Hi children, we discussed earlier part 1, that is ideas of development, and today part 2 we are discussing. In previous class we discussed about comparison of different types of countries according to per capita, that is rich countries, middle income countries and poor countries or low income countries according to the data given by World Bank in 2012. So that we discussed it, and now we are going to discuss part 2, that is about comparison of two countries. Here two countries are given, number 1 A and number 2 B. A country income, per capita income here is given 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 members per capita income which is given here. This is A country. And B country, 5 members income which is given here. In first A country income, we see once the first person income is 9,500 and the second person income is 10,500 and the third person per capita income is 9,800 and the fourth person income is 10,000 and the fifth person income is 10,200. So by observation of these 5 members income, the average is nearly 10,000. Simply we say average is nearly 10,000. So it is a rich country. We can say it is a rich country or developed country. In developed country, almost all members' income is nearly equal. And later, country B, one person income is 500 and second person income is 500 and the third person income is 500 and fourth person income is 500 and fifth person income is 48,000. It seems majority members, 4 members out of 5, 4 members income is very low. It is not compared with the fifth person income. Only one person income is 48,000. It means only one rich, remain all are poor. Out of 5 members, only one person income is very high, and remain 4 members income is very low. There is no comparison. So these qualities are poor nation or low income countries qualities. So one more example which is given here, that is chairs and persons sitting, that is given a picture in textbook. So at first, that is tells about middle income countries. 4 chairs are there, but 5 persons are ready for sitting. 4 persons and 4 chairs and 5 persons ready to sit. So they will adjust and they seated. That is middle income countries. Later, only one person which is ready to sit on 4 chairs. So that is very comfortable. That belongs to developed nations policy. And last one, that is poor nations or low income countries. It means persons are more, chairs are low. So that tells about low income countries or poor countries. So that is about the picture. Afterwards, we discuss about income and other criteria of different states. First of all, you see that per capita income per annum of selected states which is given in the textbook. That is, for example, you see per capita income per annum of selected states. Here 3 states are selected. One is Punjab and second one Himachal Pradesh, third one is Bihar. 3 states. Per capita income taken from 2012 in rupees. Punjab per capita income 78,000 and Himachal Pradesh per capita income is 74,000 and Bihar per capita income is 25,000. Why? What is the reason? Because I will explain detailedly. Punjab, fertile soil. Most of the members belong to the farmers. They depend upon agriculture, but there is a three crops. They cultivate three crops per year. And later, Himachal Pradesh, 74,000. Himachal Pradesh state is totally hilly region state, but their per capita income is 74,000. And Bihar, 25,000. This is also very good and fertile soil, but working condition is different compared to the Punjab and Himachal Pradesh. So all details we will discuss in third part, that is some comparative data of selected states. In this data we discuss about detailedly about the per capita income and IMR, literacy rate and net attendance. According to this we can decide the per capita income. So this table and this table is, there is a connection. That's why I give number 2 and number 1. Here is given number 3. So after discussing we are getting good idea what that is. Some comparative data of selected states. Punjab, Himachal Pradesh and Bihar, right? IMR. In Punjab, IMR, infant mortality rate. It means 1,000 live births, 42 members only here in Punjab they are ready to live, and the literate percentage in Punjab is 77%, and net attendance is only 76% in Punjab. Later in Himachal Pradesh, IMR rate and infant mortality rate is 36, and literacy rate is 84%, and later net attendance rate is 90%. Bihar, infant mortality rate 62, and literates 64, and net attendance is 56. Compared to 3 states, which state is in better position? That we will observe. Himachal Pradesh is in better position. Why? Out of 1,000 live births, only 36 members only died. But in Punjab, high, you see here, high per capita income 78,000 is there. But what is here? You see, infant mortality rate is 42 out of 1,000 live births per year. So that's why income is more, but death rate is also high. That's why it is not good. And here income is very high in Punjab, 78,000, but literacy rate is 77%, whereas in Himachal Pradesh 84% literacy rate is there. But their per capita income is compared to the Punjab is 4,000 less. And one more important thing is net attendance rate. It means 6 to 17 age group people which is going for the school per year. That is how many members are attend out of total strength. That is called net attendance rate. That I wrote here. The aged group people, especially 6 to 17 years aged group, those who are going to school, that is known as net attendance rate. That we will calculate for year. And later, net attendance rate of Himachal Pradesh is 90, whereas Punjab net attendance rate is 76%, Bihar net attendance rate is 56%. So here, where there is a net attendance rate is very high, their literacy rate is also very high, and they know what is the fact, reality. It means they thinking in the mind, the parents of Himachal Pradesh, what that is, whether male or female, both are equal, because of they are getting good education, the parents. That's why both male or female, whether male or female, the boy or girl, both are equal. They are giving equal priority. But in compared to all the states, such priority is not there. So that's why Himachal Pradesh IMR rate is low, and literacy rate is very high, and net attendance rate is also very high. And later Bihar, in Bihar you see IMR, infant mortality rate, that is 62, because their education percentage is less compared to these two states. 64% literates are there, and net attendance rate also 56, only 56% is there. So that's why finally we say the total comparison of three states, which is the best state and second best and third one, that is first best state is Himachal Pradesh, that is first one, and second one is Punjab, and the third one is Bihar. So Bihar is a very poor literacy rate and a very poor net attendance, and IMR, infant mortality rate, that is high compared to these two states. So by calculating these two tables, by comparing of these two tables, high per capita income and high facilities is available in Punjab, but their literacy rate is 77 only, and Himachal Pradesh per capita income is 74,000, but their literacy rate is 84%, and Bihar per capita income is only 25,000, but their literacy rate is 64 because of less per capita income compared to these two states. That's why the literacy rate and net attendance is also very low compared to these. So here IMR, infant mortality rate అంటే 1000 మంది ఒక సంవత్సరంలో పుడితే ఎంతమంది చనిపోయారు తెలియజేయడాన్ని ఇన్ఫాంట్ మోర్టాలిటీ రేట్ అని అంటారు. 1000 మంది పుట్టారనుకోండి ఒక సంవత్సరంలో, అందులో ఎంతమంది చనిపోయారో తెలియజేయడాన్ని ఇన్ఫాంట్ మోర్టాలిటీ రేట్ అని అంటారు. తర్వాత అలానే లిటరసీ రేట్, ఏ పర్సన్ హూ crosses 7 years or 7 years age can read, write, understanding any Indian language. Any Indian language is known as a literate according to Indian point of view. And net attendance means 6 to 17 age group people. They are 6 to 17 age group people from first standard to up to +1 +2 level. Those who are going to school, their attendance compared to total students, those who are attend for the school in a year, that is known as net attendance. Later we are going to discuss a next one, and in next, Himachal Pradesh schooling revolution, we are discussing next coming chapter.